Hey guys, welcome back to the Hoothoot Draft Association Week 5. This week, my Yaksha Yveltals will be taking on Jordan and the Cerulean City Ceruledge. Here's what Jordan drafted. Actually, he made a few trades just before playing me. Starting off by swapping in Reggie Drago for his Iron Crown, which I thought was kind of interesting, and he also dropped Meowstick to pick up Registeel and Clodsire, which I thought was interesting because he now doesn't have any Pokemon with Trick Room on his team. Because his team is so slow, I kind of figured he would need to run either Illumise or Roaring Moon with Tailwind to get a speed advantage, as well as probably Scarf Pokemon, because I've been using Whimsicott every week, and I always set up Tailwind if there's no Trick Room threat. So I'm expecting either Drago. Well, Drago's really the only Pokemon that would want to hold a Scarf on this team, but I do have to fear that Dragon's Maw boosted damage can get pretty out of hand. Other than that, we've got solid offensive threats in Ogerpon, Roaring Moon, Arcanine's pretty good. Also, Intimidate for damage mitigation. And then some much slower, bulkier Pokemon in Umbreon, Registeel, Toxapex, Arboliva, and Clodsire. Arboliva probably not coming to this match. It's weak to both of my main attackers, but it does wall out Basculegion, so I guess there's room there. Looking over this team, I realized you've got 4 different potentially problematic Pokemon with ground weaknesses. So I definitely want to bring a ground offensive move on at least one of my Pokemon. Other than that, I just need ways to get past set up Bulkymons, which Sacred Sword does that. So I'm not super worried about this team, but we'll have to see what tricks Jordan can bring. Here's my team for this week. The name theming is X-Men. Terrakion is pretty basic Life Orb set. We got Rock Slide, Sacred Sword, and high horsepower so that I can hit ground weaks. Tera Flying seemed to be pretty solid into his team. On Whimsicott, I have a Cobra Berry, which protects me from the, well, not protects, but, reduces the damage from acrobatics coming out from that Roaring Moon. Moonblast, Tailwind, Charm, and Trick Room. Trick Room is to potentially catch him off guard and punish early Tailwind setup, whereas Charm is good into a lot of his physical attackers. Of course, halves their physical attack. Choice Specs GU, you know what he does. He does damage. That's what he's here to do. Terra Grass is pretty good. Tinkaton with Key Berry. I can either take a weak hit early on and then have my defense buffed, and Tinkaton becomes very, very difficult to get rid of. Own Tempo lets me ignore Intimidate. Jolteon, I think this is the first week I took Jolteon off the bench with Thunderbolt, Electroweb, Tera Blast, Protect. It's got a pretty good situation going on. With this much speed, it outspeeds mostly everything, and next to Chi-Yu, it can get some decent damage off with its special attack stat. Tera Blast Ice is really nice for hitting certain Pokemon. And then classic Choice Scarf Adaptability Basculegion. You've seen it before, you know what it does. So with that, let's get into the games. Okay, we got Reggie Drago, Ground, Illumise, Dark, Clodsire, Dark, Ogerpon, Wellspring, Water, of course, Arcanine, Normal, Registeel, Water. Okay. No Moon? Wait. That's kind of nutty. Okay, how can I do the most damage possible to the Reggie Drago? Do I just go for Tinkaton and Whimsicott? That was my initial idea. Cause I like blowing things up. Drago is ground, so you really have to worry about that ground or that earth power. I think I actually just like Wolverine Professor X here for the lead. Tinkaton's kind of a nice pivot. And we do have 2 defensive Teras, but no ghost immunities. So, oh wait, no, Arcanine is a ghost immunity, so. But I would water move that anyway. Should I bring Tinkaton? There's not actually that many fairy weeks. Or steel weeks. We're going with Chi-Yu. Yep. Whew. Okay, I'm just gonna assume the Drago is Scarf because That's usually what they run, and like Specs with Tailwind would be kind of crazy for him to run. I'm surprised there's no... Oh, okay. That is a Water Registeel, kind of what I would have expected. Is it worth it to Tera Flying here? Yeah, it would turn off my Body Press weakness and Steel weakness for that matter. I think I just Rock Slide for damage, because he's probably just going to Tera Water anyway. And I can potentially get the flinch. Do I need to Tailwind? Not as bad as I need to just drop that Ogerpon's attack stat, honestly. I think I just Charm it. For real, for real. We might lose Whimsicott turn 1, but to neuter the Ogerpon, that would be acceptable to me, I think. Actually, doesn't really have a way to touch Whimsicott. We're gonna go with Charm. Yep, Rock Slide Charm. This should make Terrakion a lot harder to deal with, especially since it is Tera Flying. The Body Presses are gonna do nothing. Heavy Slam's an idea, but that's neutral and off of a kind of weak attack stat. I'm gonna assume this is Tera Water. Yep. Well, if he's Terraing, they are both water, so it'd have to be Tera Water, but I was expecting the Registeel to Tera. Let's see if we see a Follow Me, an Iron Defense. Probably not a Follow Me. Ooh, we do see Spiky Shield. That is interesting. That does block Charm. But that's fine. Ooh. Unless I drop the Heavy Slam, but we could always just get a flinch here. Flinch, perhaps? Oh, dirty. Dirty, nasty business. I could also Charm the Registeel. But I don't want to take a bunch of damage from the Ogerpon. Even though it's pretty likely to switch. Like, whatever comes in doesn't want to get charmed. I think it was mostly physical attackers on his team. Yeah. Except for Drago. But if Drago comes in, Rock Slide plus Moonblast, or Tailwind Rock Slide, or just whatever. Okay, good Charm, good Rock Slide. This works out. Ogerpon's damage is cut in half. That means Terrakion is not afraid of that anymore. Rock Slide is huge because it might pull a flinch. Do we see an Iron Defense? We do. Okay. So eventually I'm going to want to just Sacred Sword. And I might just aim a Sacred Sword at it right now. Because if it gets redirected into the Ogerpon, I'm kind of okay with that. I'm going to go ahead and Moonblast this slot. Yeah. I like some more damage on the Ogerpon. This is a pretty advantageous position for me, I think. Just because I have Charm. Okay, we do not see Follow Me. Sacred Sword lands, that's a lot of damage, but I don't think that's Rock Slide range. I would hope it would... Oh! Oh, that sucks. Okay. Well, yeah, no, I was just thinking, like, oh... Charming the Ogerpon, but I could get crit. Heavy Slam. Oh, does that KO as well? Nope. We are bulky enough to take that. Good. Good, 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 good. I like that. The Leftovers recovery is rough. Okay, we have 100 base power Last Respects. I would hope that would KO both, but I think this is going to be... Dark Pulse? Does Moonblast KO the Ogerpon from where it is? I want to save Basket Legion for last. Now the question is, should I Tailwind? Because I feel like I kind of might want to. Can I Tailwind Dark Pulse? No, because then I lose Chi-Yu to a Follow Me Body Press. Can I KO with Spec Snarl? Is that really what I'm gonna gamble on? I don't think I can let the Ogre Pawn attack. Yep, we're gambling on a Snarl. This is unfortunate, but hopefully that picks up both. Oh, okay. That's interesting. Is this just Cudgel then? Oh, please tell me it hits. Bro, a miss right now would be... Okay. Whew! That's that Specs Chi-Yu that we love. Now we have Tailwind up. And he thinks that I'm confident that Snarl KO's Registeel, but I'm not 100% confident. So I think the defensive play that he made was probably not in his favor? That will depend on what hits the field now. Dom. Illuminate. Illuminator. Illumise. Let's go ahead and Snarl again. I'm pretty comfortable with that. And if we get taunted or encored, that would kind of suck. Encore would really suck, actually, into the Chi-Yu, or into the Whims, but otherwise this should be a pretty solid position, I think. Ooh, light screen. Okay, so I'm glad I doubled. So glad I doubled. And now Encore isn't a huge threat anymore. Oh, please tell me it lands on the Registeel. No. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? Ivy Cudgel crit into Snarl miss, bro. RNG is just fighting me at every turn. Okay, what could it be in the back? Clodsire, Arcanine, Drago. I think that means I have to lock Ghost move. I don't think Moonblast is going to do it, but will a 3-stack Last Respects do it? He has like 1 Iron Defense, right? Okay, it's only 1 though. Problem is, if it gets Reflect up, is it going to live? And I don't know the answer to that. Let's just do this. I guess technically the Registeel isn't the biggest threat right now because I do have Tailwind up actively. I just don't want to let the Illumise attack. Ooh. Matching Tailwind is bad for me. But that's down. Registeel shouldn't really have a way to touch me. I thought that missed for a second. I was about to scream. That's crazy. Alright. This is a 1v2, but now I'm at Last Respect's 200 base power. So, and also there's no Reflect. So, we just have to live whatever the Scarf Regidrago is doing. Oh, that's definitely it. Oh, this was such an unfortunate game, dude. It's definitely Scarf. He wouldn't have Tailwinded otherwise. I definitely do not outspeed it if it's max speed. But you know what? Maybe we live for some ungodly reason. Maybe we live a Dragon Energy. Oh! It's not Scarf! He's stalling out my Tailwind. Was that the last turn of my Tailwind? I hope I have one more turn. Please tell me I have one more turn. If I don't, this is GG's. Does Tailwind peter out before leftovers or after? Oh, it's after. Okay, well. I was gonna say can't be mad, but I kinda can be mad because I got crit into a Snarl miss. So I'm kinda mad. That's Lorb, isn't it? Is it Lorb? It's not even Lorb. Dragon Fang? Probably Dragon Fang. Alright, well, because I got goobed really hard on RNG, other than the rock slide flinch, because I got goobed really hard in RNG, I think I'm comfortable leading the same. Or we could do Jolteon Chiyu. What does he have that bodies Jolteon Chiyu? I don't think anything. And I bring Whimsicott for the late game. And then... Or should I go with the same game plan? I don't know. I wasn't doing that much damage. Flinching and stuff. Jolteon definitely outspeeds everything. Now we know Drago's not Scarf, so I'm not that afraid of it. I think this is comfortable. Because I can webs whatever. Except for the Clodsire, but like, what's Clodsire to do? Tera Dark, I guess? Yeah, this will be the first time getting to use the Chiyu Jolteon lead. Pretty comfortable with it. Tera Grass is looking pretty good, especially if he doesn't want to bring Arcanine. Of course, that will depend on what he has. I don't know how bulky the Ogerpon is, but also a Tera Water could be problems for me. Should I Tera Grass? It'll let me live any hit from the Ogerpon. Probably live a Body Press, maybe not boosted Body Press, but... Web's Heat Wave. This is pretty consistent. I don't know. I feel really weird after that first game. Because I think I had a winning strategy, even if it was a bit rough. Bronson protecting? What is this? Just an instant Ivy Cudgel? Are we gonna land the webs? Let's see. And how much damage is that gonna do? Ooh, that was decent damage. Please land. Okay. I thought it missed for a second. Oh, that does just drop. Oh. Okay. That is really dope. Maybe he was just hoping for a switch into the speed increase, but like, what does Registeel do with the speed increase? And no setups. I don't think he does much of anything. He's thinking. Okay. Do you see the Drago hit the field? Tera Blast Ice would have been nice. Webs is probably meaningless. I outspeed the thing either way. I could T-Bolt right slot. Yeah. I think that's what I prioritize. A Water Tera would be really bad for him here. Tera Ground would be pretty likely, but that... Okay. That works. There's no Wide Guard in Registeel, right? Here's where I find out Registeel gets Wide Guard. No, I've never seen it have Wide Guard, and I'm pretty sure it's not a Wide Guard mon. Ooh, that did not do as much as I had hoped. Resisted Heat Waves go kind of crazy. D-Pulse, does that drop me? It does not. Okay. Do we see a double up? Yep. GU, that makes sense. But now, we've seen the Tera. And we can go for safer options. I think I get Whimsy out here because it's just really good into the Drago that now cannot Tera. And I think I T-Bolt just to not tempt fate with this guy. Or should I Webs? 95, that's what Snarl was, and I missed that. I think Webs is not better. I don't know what I'm thinking. I'm trying to get like greedy with it for no reason. Shouldn't be doing that. No more tempting fate. I have a decent amount of special attack investments, so maybe this thing will drop to Moonblast. We'll have to see. But it didn't protect, so let's see what it does. I think it probably Earth Powers into Jolt. Okay, it does drop. Good. Solid damage with Moonblast, and now it is a 3v1. This should be pretty handily my game. I don't know how he's going to change it up at the end, but I guess we'll just have to see. Is it worth it to Tailwind? I should just be faster on both mons. So I can just T-Bolt, Moonblast. Any Encores would be worthless. Taunt. Can't paralyze my Jolteon. Okay, just forfeits. Fair enough. All right. Going to game 3. Feeling pretty good about this. We're gonna have to see if the Arcanine shows up, though. The Arcanine Ogerpon is led. I kind of have to worry about that, I guess. I don't know. I think the 4 I brought is still optimal. I'm glad I didn't see my 4th last game. Okay, how does he adjust? Water Absorb Teradark Clodsire is impossible to get through for several Pokemon. So much so that I kind of want to just bring Tinkaton. Does Terrakion deal with whatever's at the back? That could be a problem for me. Yeah, I mean, it deals with any of the Teradarks better than Basculegion. Basculegion's only benefit is it outspeeds. It outspeeds Ogerpon, but Jolteon already does that, and I have Whimsicott to set up Tailwind, and that will also outspeed. So I think Terrakion is the 4th to cover for any Terra Dark, Terra Normal adjustments. Will be optimal. Oh, I'm stressed. Dom Penta. Okay. Looks like we will be seeing an instant Tailwind, which I think means we swap to Whims, which should be safe here. We just go Terra Blast Ice on here, right? Because that's always hitting for super effective. I don't think it's going to KO, but at least it'll prevent me from losing too much Dragon Energy. Do I need to preserve my Terra for anything? I do need to preserve my Terra. Maybe we just go for Webs instead. No, we could pivot and protect. No, we can't, because it has Encore, right? Okay, I'll just Webs. I live 1 attack. And I'm taking away his damage buff into my Jolteon. He still doesn't know where the Sash is, so that's good. Yep, the instant Tailwind. Let's just hope it doesn't have Taunt, because then I would technically have to burn Tera Dark. Does Jolteon... Oh, it does go to Sash. Okay. After a speed drop my faster? Probably not. I think I should Tailwind. Should I Tera Dark just in case? I really don't want to Tera Dark, but if I get taunted, what do I do? It did drop its speed. Okay. I'm gonna call out Taunt as the return move, and I'll try to KO this thing with Thunderbolt. I don't think it will go through, but okay. Wow, Bug Buzz, really. Jolt is faster. Oh, huge special attack drop. Nope, that was not KOing either way. He's going for damage. Oh, he was calling out the Tera. Oh, that's what he was doing. Okay. Fair enough. But now I know my Jolteon's faster. So I can Tera Blast left. And this should pick up. I'm really hoping. Interesting. Okay, we get the Tailwind up. We get the staggered Tailwind. And if this KOs the Drago... Oh, you know what? It's protecting here, doesn't it? Yeah. That makes sense. Okay. Hello, Clodsire. I have no way of hitting the Clodsire. Now, is it important that I preserve my Whimsy? Probably not more important than just going for damage, right? Clodsire might just Quake. I think Whimsy will live the Quake. I don't know, we'll have to see. Moonblast should be pretty consistent. That did nothing. That's an extremely bulky mon. Could just KO my Whimsicott here. We'll have to see if it does. Toxic, okay. Does not KO immediately. We're doing Toxic Stall. That's interesting. Tailwind is down. Could just go for Terra Ice on the Jolteon, but I don't really want to do that. I want to keep my Terra for the inevitable Ogerpon that is in the back. This is a weird position, because I don't know, yeah, I can't really comfortably switch anything here. Oh, this is rough. Does this just protect? I don't know, we'll see. But if I get rid of their Tailwinder, they probably are going to get Tailwind back up, but that's fine. There's no way, without Drago, there's no way they have something in the back that can spread, move, sweep. Light Screen, okay. You're sacrificing Tailwind for what? Do I drop to the toxic damage? Let's see. No. Okay, we get one more hit. One more move. Bronson is here. Okay, we got Giga Stall. And I think... Did he use his Tera? No, he didn't. He preserved it. I think my time is best used just charming on this guy. I'll just T-bolt Bronson. Reduce the damage of Stomping Tantrum. Okay. Paralysis definitely works in my favor here if he's going for stall. Toxic will KO Jolteon and Whimsicott at the end of this turn. That means I get 2 free switches. Iron Defense stinks though, because that means I have to go for Dark Pulse. But because I have Terrakion, it shouldn't be a big deal. And it is paralyzed, so I could always end up beating it with that happening. I'm gonna go Terra Grass on Chi-Yu. It's the most vulnerable to everything I have. And his only mon that can do real damage is the Registeel. I'm gonna left Dark Pulse and Sacred Sword. Do as much damage to it as possible. He can protect this turn, but if he goes for Protect, he's risking a Paralysis. Makes him even more vulnerable. Chi-Yu resisting Clodzire's potentially only move is really big in this stall endgame. Let's see if he goes for Terra Water or Terra Dark. Probably Water here because he recognizes the Registeel is the highest damage potential. But if he's Terraing, that means he's not protecting, and we'll have to see how much this double up does. I'm hoping it just drops it. Oh, that was not enough damage. No. Okay. Well, one more hit should do it. Oh, holy shit, the defense investment was so important. I can't believe I did that. There. Should I Rock Slide here? Is that more in my favor? I don't think Rock Slide will KO Bronson. Oh, thank goodness. We get RNG in the last game in our favor. That's nice. Holy shit, that thing's bulky. I'm glad I charmed it. It's probably just going to KO the Chi-Yu here. We are just going to have to... It looks like it might just have no... Protect. Because I feel like you would protect there if you had it. Thank goodness I have Stomping Tantrum. That's the only way I'm getting through this thing. Or not Stomping, High Horsepower, I mean. Should be 2 more hits of High Horsepower should take it out. And if it doesn't have Protect, that's really good in my favor. Oh, no, it's 1 hit. Okay, it was physically frail, especially bulky. That makes sense. Whew! GG's, Jordan. That was crazy. Oh man, the RNG went wild. The paralysis, the snarl misses, the rock slide flinches, the Ivy Cudgel crit. Woo! That was a very fun set. Part of me wishes I could have 2-0'd, and I think I would have if I didn't get crit or Snarl didn't miss, but or in that game 1. But like that's Mons. That's what we're playing. Oh, GG's. J-Dog. That was sick.